It's a little cold today. It is the middle of January though. Hi, it's Tyler. Thanks for tuning into this video. This video is kind of a mid-build update video. You know, I hate the excuse, I don't have time. When someone says that to me, I would rather them say, or at least what I hear in my head is, that's not my priority. When I started this build, I wanted to make videos with the build, along with it. And I realized I couldn't do that, and I couldn't do that because I don't have time, because making the videos and building this van out was too much for me to handle, and it slowed me down. What I mean by that is, I don't want to spend this entire 3 months that I have off building out this van. I would very much like to be down south in warmer weather and rock climbing. And so I had to put the camera away and just focus on building. I've had my van for 5 weeks now, almost 6 I think. And I've been building on it for approximately 4 weeks. I've always wanted to do a van conversion. For the past 3 or 4 years, I've kind of just been infatuated with this small space living and van dwelling. I definitely tinkered with my first van, Victor, but this van is the first one that I'm gonna do the full conversion by myself. It's been so much fun. I entered the build with a high level of efficacy. I know how to build, I know how to use my tools, I understand materials, and I genuinely enjoy making stuff. And then once I got into the build, my confidence kind of went down, and it's kind of been like a roller coaster, like a little bit up and down. But a lot of that is just because, one, I'm a perfectionist. A lot of the stuff that I'm building in the van is my first time building something of that. It's totally custom, and it's also final product. And that's the balance that I'm trying to work with, or that I'm trying to mitigate, is how do I not let it be perfect and be okay with imperfection and still maintain a level of quality that I'd like. I think one of my favorite things about this build, or about building out this van, is just the level of autonomy that I have and creativity. For the last 2.5 years, I've been digging dirt and tightening bolts in a trench, doing a job that I am way overqualified for. But my critical thinking skills get stripped in that environment. It might be because I work around a bunch of old fucks and they have to be the only voice in the work environment. They somehow need to validate themselves to themselves so they can... That's behind me. And this is now... Ooh, yuck. And... This has been great. This has been me taking ideas and executing on them and having successes and having failures and having immediate feedback. And I have missed that so much. And I'm so excited to be doing it. Sometimes I'll run into a problem and I'll be overwhelmed with it. I'll go to bed thinking about it and it'll kind of have me down. And I'll come up with a solution later, and it just feels good to tackle those things. And it feels good to get into a flow of building. And with that being said, I'm kind of ready to be done with it. Just hammering away at this for the last few weeks, I'm like, I want to take a breath and a breather, but I also know I need to get it done. When I first got the van, I had all the ideas. I've watched all the YouTube videos. I wanted to have the bumps for the bed, the pull-out table, plenty of garage space. I wanted to have it all. And then I started building. You know, it's just the measuring tape. It doesn't lie. And when you pull the tape out and you start looking at your space, looking at your materials, looking at what you want, you just can't make it happen. You run into restrictions, and for me that's space. This is the short wheelbase, medium roof Ford Transit. It's the small van. I chose the small van because of driving. I didn't want to drive one of those big extended version tanks that I see and then people shove everything into it. And what I've learned and what I've had to do is let go of these ideas that I've had, which at first you're like, dang it, but then you realize that things become really simple. Like when you're not building bump outs or the hidden sliding table or whatever, you focus on your priorities, you reassess, and the building actually becomes easier. I guess it's just nice sometimes to say no to stuff and realize that it's off your plate. There's a tractor starting up behind me and I kind of like don't want to try to talk over it. Let's see if it just goes away. Okay, well hopefully that tractor noise behind you doesn't cause like too much audio interruption, but I don't think it's gonna go away anytime. My plan right now is not to finish the build. I'm gonna focus on the back half, the garage space, the gear storage, the bed, and a big cabinet. I'm gonna leave everything up front, like the kitchen area, for when I come back to work. Otherwise, I'd be here far too long, and I'm getting the itch, and I want to go climbing. It's been a while, and I need that in my life. And it's been a while since I've been climbing. I'm almost there. I'm like over the 50% mark when it comes to the back half of the van being built out. I have just a little bit more to do. I'm kind of getting hung up on some small details. Classic me. I have a climbing trip planned in 2 weeks. The last week of January, I'm going ice climbing for the first time with my cousin Mark. And my plan is from there to take off and go south. Find that warmer weather that I hear about, maybe not, hopefully it's there, and do some rock climbing. That's 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks of building, 2 more weeks of Wyoming snow, and then I'm out. And then I'll be leaving. And maybe I'll talk about that more in another video. But guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for checking up on this build. Yeah, I appreciate you guys' attention, and I just gotta build right now. I'm at my parents' house, you know, and I don't want to be at my parents' house. I love my parents. Don't get me wrong. It's their house. I need my house. I want to be doing my own thing. And so I'm just trying to be super focused, and yeah, you guys get it. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next videos. Videosos. Cheers, you guys. Bye.